Akwaba ema ya hwefo ene yetiefo nyina na menkase program we koso asempa 94.7 koso so Adom 106.3 FM and your social media handles nyina me ameti adwemu ya frame Wolanyo Frank Nnawotwe yanhwe ne yenfa some of the major key points na ewo 2025 budget Yura Finance Minister Ato Forson or the two yenhwe se yebetumi de bia to screens nso a na yenhwe some of the key points or the two jano yenhwe some of the taxes omo abolish ye yehwe first one na e-levy no 1% omo say omo yi afi ho emission levies no so omo say omo yi eno so afi ho betting tax na very critical issue dominated the 2024 elections. In fact, not just the NDC presidential candidate, President John Mahama and the promises say on also be betting tax nefi ho. NPP so presidential candidate Dr. Baumia so promises on also enkaye toaba man na ko be president and ko also be hwe na we yi eno so efi ho. And our next one VAT on motor vehicles insurance policy. And also almost say omoyi efi ho oma abolish 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed gold by small scale miners. Yenim so say osani tudwa kesela Ato Forson ni tudwa say COVID levy no so omo be yi efi ho but omo hwe na omo synchronize taxes na spread across no na omo hwe say de omo be omo ebe implement and also tikebetumi ayenko next you know so ne yenhwe allocations to key policy initiatives any interventions aban yi epese oye ewo 2025 budget no emu ohwe first one or say $279 million omo be allocate to the gold board ohwe so omo say 13.85 billion omo the best share the big push agenda no share 2024 campaign elections and the President Mahama say ohia say sikei e dia prop up infrastructure projects in the country in Usha. That is the amount 13.85 billion for the big push program. Next one also Usha 294.5 million Ghana cedis to support victims of the Kosombo Dam spillage. Usha Kosombo Dam last year nimuno omo ye spillages be may affect a number of people within that basin, no. Meaning say some people tried taking the matter to court. Any in your but aben no, almost victims no almost be no more compensations be and also a no. So non-academic fee policy almost almost be my first year student. What public universities no almost allocated 499.8 million Ghana cedis. Our de sa policy no. If your last one also allocated a teacher trainee allowances and allocated 209 million Ghana cedis. And now share nursing training allowances so kase omuntwem ya be share these two policy initiatives here. 2016 it became a major contention during the 2016 campaign between the MPP and then the NDC. Eventually, the MPP won the elections. And be implemented. This time around, with the NDC back in power, no, almost sa policy. Almost kena any amount de ashemu teacher training for almost 203 million Ghana cedis. Any training allowances for nursing for no 480. Alternative revenue generation measures are almost say implemented to make sure that tax cuts mama for various sectors other sectors normal generate enough revenue to make for the shortfall. And first one here government say na Revenue Administration Act of 2016 no will improve revenue base or some existing taxes like the Energy Sector Levy Act, ESLA, any Energy Debt Recovery Levy, Delta Fund, and also no, or na omo review that policy no sanitation and pollution levy no so omo so mo de be bom omo be merge sa friend saying that policy no be hwe no aka bom omo chairmu mienu but omo say omo be hwe na omo aka bom and a road fund levy, energy fund levy, price stabilization levy, public lighting levy, any national electrification levy no so no omo say no de omo be jai no said ye tie na omo mfa omo sa enka na da bia yedui yenhwe na yenko parliament yenko hwe enioma na some of the key policies are finance minister Ato Forson editu jani yenko hwebi.
The non-oil tax revenue by 0.6%. We have programmed the following nuisance taxes for removal in line with our manifesto promise. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on betting. We will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. We will abolish the emission levy, otherwise as a Wusie tax. We will abolish the VAT on motor vehicle insurance policy. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed gold by small-scale miners. The removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable incomes. In addition, it will support business growth and improve tax compliance. Mr. Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, the tax refund account has been abused in recent years. In the last 8 years, a study revealed that 29.1 billion Ghana cedis had accrued to the tax refund account, with only 12.5 billion Ghana cedis, representing 43% of the total accrued amount, being used for tax refund purposes. Mr. Speaker, we have uncapped the National Health Insurance Levy. Mr. Speaker, we have uncapped the National Health Insurance Levy. An amount of about 10 billion Ghana cedis has been programmed for the National Health Insurance Scheme. And this amount is expected to be used for the following: claim payments, essential medicine, vaccine payment, free primary health care, the Ghana Medical Care Trust, Mr. Speaker, and bridging the USAID financing shortfall. Mr. Speaker, in the year 2025, government will continue to implement reforms and increase budgetary allocation to enhance the implementation of 4 targeted social protection programs, namely National Health Insurance, the LEAP program, the school feeding program, and the capitation grant. Right Honorable Speaker, under the LEAP program, beneficiaries will be increased from the current 350,000 to 400,000 beginning July 2025. The allocation of 728.8 million Ghana cedis for last year has been increased to 953.5 million Ghana cedis in the year 2025.
Anti Finance Minister Ato Forson ye kote in Kano okasa wiye no minority leader minority side no so ewo response bi almost omode maye former finance minister Adom eka se ono no nadwin mu no of course current finance minister no okay me yenhwe na yenkonkotie reactions after finance minister no budget no to dwano ye ko ne ba na ye de former finance minister ono so ni reactions na de atoa so ono nadwin mu no odwin se figures na current finance minister no to dwano wa massage figures no ensie ni ema no enti no ye de eno so ebeto aso
abusia yewura Dr. Ato Forson no na oye Ghana fotosanfo eba mrahye bedwafie na wo be kanye ne budget aban ede eba no owie na mrahye bedwa no enso so se won e won nsem kan won so wo pese wo kye wadwenem na mrahye bedwafo bi ekasai na yenko na yentie se de a mrahye bedwafo no so e kye wadwenem efa ensem no ehum mrahye bedwafo bi a wono ewo eye domkuma afemu sei ena waka ensem no
Cote d'Ivoire roll over 500,000 metric tons so enya bibia eye ade nwanwa enso omo ye ntesania sebe corruption bi anase malfeasance bi anase bibia eye on toward esi okoko board bibia yensi
oh meso osande onye ne kande keke because ne kande de waka wa kire mana onya na adwempom no obeye but agru ni fom etino oye meso because waka onye the first time NDC for present a budget. My assemblyman BB Kakra osande won adwuma woye wo district assembly o said ye empower one. But my point in the day what do one no aka ye will be that this
alone so say den o minim et me twen na ya kan ne budget no mu ye ni ahwe enema ahihye na platform so to create jobs and also manhu John Mahama ba and his excellency also 10 billion Ghana cedis big push and 1 billion kra enu
budget omodi abai e budget Ghana fo nyina atie bi na ade e be ha adwen pa no se be tomre bi no Ghana fo be ka se ye kan
as a official budget in India on the face of a paper it looks very good pa se de wa omo kan and anka omo e kono sa nka me fi se nka Ghana fo nyina be bon sema ma omo and so me hu ne se ne omo kan e azan because
tax I will say where year fee vehicle insurance na enya ade a already na ewo ho enti indirectly no ma for kwati plans bi I introduce you other taxes and bibiti say betting tax wo he no na enya ade a MPP aban oje ye
we no enadom kasefo no so kire say won so obi kan won so wode nsem bi ede eto aso sei enadom kasefo no so e kan won nsem
amenda otumfo nyankopo ase ena de mani age papa na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na medana say menua budget a man ni da so woda na usore na when say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the budget abetudwa na wani age menua assembly members and na de mwati den
and that's all on say this is the budget say maba betoka all sectors your more figures we energy sector we share cocoa board omode debt 32 billion Ghana cedi omo jano hoko oko our roads 45 billion omo jano hoko
se yatiefuo makola hokwefuo hokwedwomfuo ye maame mu ye papa mu omode dwa minim se omo nyina omane age oni minentra ye be kan budget na obi ayem hyehye no but this is the only budget me ye wo mi nyina bedru samre ya mi wo parliament this is a budget ya kan ya ma hu say ye di tax aba ye na onu no awie school oni hwiye wo fa ni phone e di atwa yi no onu yakwa nanado age ni tax
ta awehemu wom budget oye no kware budget president wan renege one promise kra okeda obeye so na no nam wa ha he adibiara okeda obeye no enumerate odigu ho ehun dey say share there has been consistency
emission ta wisie to a na omode to company so any motor buy rather say car kura twam nanka wisie ye je to wo so no nde ye yi afiri so
abusan we Ghana brashe bedwafie edin ameje so eyohene amponsa kakabo.
So you are saying that MPP has overborrowed, yet we ended our tenure with 61.8%. But you, who didn't borrow, you ended your term with 73%. Ladies and gentlemen, it is surprising, nevertheless, that notwithstanding the improvement in the debt environment, the timing of the announcement of the minister to enter bond markets, and I'm sure you have heard the minister has announced that he is going into the bond markets. They are going to open up the bond markets. And I'm saying that this is not good advice. And this is my reason. The timing for the announcement of the minister to open the bond market coincided with the announcement of the elevated fiscal deficit based on their manipulated data, a condition that exposes the country to high risk of borrowing from the markets. The effects of this unfortunate data manipulation are already hitting our economy, already, since they read the budget. Why do I say that? The government must know that just by presenting such erroneous data as propaganda to score cheap political points, Ghana's sovereign bond spreads are already widening, again, nearing 700 basis points, when almost 3 months ago, this had declined to 500 basis points and was even heading further downwards. Why do we want to destroy the gains which we have made through cheap politics? Also, Bloomberg reported last Tuesday, 11th March, the very day the budget was presented to Parliament, that Ghana's dollar sovereign bonds were among bottom performers in emerging markets, after the Minister for Finance said the country missed a primary budget balance target of 2024. Just after saying that, this is what the market is saying to us. Dollar bonds due 2035 declined 1.8%. Notes maturing in 2029 fell by 1%. So international markets have not reacted kindly to the budget, demonstrating their lack of confidence in the government's economic policy direction.
Enti former finance minister Nnawotwe Nkano ochese oni current finance minister Nnawotwe yenko ahoma so ne ne Nana Poku onu na ye general secretary Edema Traders Advocacy Group Ghana yene no enkasa. Nana Mpacho, good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Nana to say?
Yes, Father Roma. Meaning, yes, Bibia Boko. She said, they mentioned me there.
Yehu watch it. That no wefa.
No crepa. Mother, any next week, I am at Tiafam.
Okay. Fufu party yehu wo.
Na September Menaya in Tintia Kumasi Kakra.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nana, budget no, and your person no, edi ehun komo kakra no pawe. Yebeka is last year. Na mo group we, money NG bebre efa policies bi ana abindada no implemented. Mo kasa bebre yede wabaha ma obi raise a number of issues, taxes ana ekum adwuma. Abanfu fraba. What the 2025 budget no atudwa. Mpacho, me person be je wadwin efa ho your thought about it say mo amoye traders no direct traders amo na enoma bi anko ye to me affect mo no mo adwin kire e wo ho anything.
So mini mama na wase anope na menchia adwadifo atifo nyina titu Traders Advocacy Group Ghana ma mechia obi a free president so ekosi ase no kre. Before then, Abai Ebeba Power, on your dreadful fushia. Na yedi tune nim say, he levy electronic transaction. Yempe, if he say, a dready. Because Yama minimum shas, yes, or more tears, Ama electronic transaction, Ababa Baye or Mude. Ama the printing of denomination, yet chasono. Kwape and Uncle yet two homophobia. Now, me got here, former finance minister there, budget here, Yura Ato Ayeno, one of the one in Yadi. One person where you are yafu, and ya. Say, I there will know. One Timia, you know, Ato Timia Bay. Etino only two Ma Omunino, yes, I am, na akwa ese yentim amufuo no na omumu yen na so omu bu yen a eka omu nye saa eti onyi tummo nkase oh ayame ya ato ni nwoma ato aye na adwin se obesiesie Ghana ama Ghana etimi afa no to apafra budget and finance minister de ko tu dwamu no sana sabi odwadi ni bia ni nyansa so ehihye ne niema what you say
Pacho Matias
cut your coat according to your material. What the kojira wa kafofo so sola ya gusu awie no ma diskano. Wa ya gusu awie no ma diskano. We kwa ni sao. Ose dia ma ho odin betu na maye. Lepisia eha agwadifo. Ma ye firi ho. Ya hwe kwan. O that ye agwadifo na nkasa budget resolve budget na. And said that any year ni ye p but ye jitum ni say ye say ebita wanuma na otumia ebre omu di bia to yanum eti ye wogide ye say port levies and ye manema bia eha agwadie no they will tackle it wanum ani ene wo mo kasa enye wo mo ekoye no. Minister ni di komono onye na ya nyi minister no kwa free ni so omba boy abro pa no mbe boy man na de yesra otwede ampo nyankopon ni se omuso no krokra do mahama sa na wo mo ansesa na esha siese ya fefefe ekwa wie ya tantantan
na membre mu kakra na membre mu kakra na wo se budget no mu na mo obaabia ene mo endi ni ye obetumi amayen highlights bi e wo obaabia nka mo hwe a ene mo endi ni ye no
onze ye jadifo no dudu na yakofa ni abeton ana budget ya yewura mampani ye opeso ya na kanyema boba form na flexibility about system but se ya commodities are kofa aye betowi yetimi nye bigana hane die eye dia ye beko kofa manoni etino tariffs ni labisa ebo hu brano se abana nye hihye ya ebema ye agwadifo no a certain flexibility ama yetumi afa niema no dia ba wode ma menya one example sanitary pad ya also de bema a school free e ma do so pa school for ma do so e free e be crowd primary o ma bu o nsa so no from primary 5 primary 6 coming no akola bi wa no wabu ne sada dada say companies e organ han sa demand no me statistics e da manim say they cannot do it ya e was a gradifo bam dia kofa bi be ka woni ye augment sa ensese na yura Mahama de ba
nana mpacho se mitiwasi ya o chese sanitary pad policy no mo foaso na mbomu no eye local production no enso ntene se mu dwadifo no mo kona mo kofa bi be ka ho
ya fa bi be ka ho so no she media no fu dia pani e piano enya sebe do baba be jira na MPP abanu nkofo bi jeje o da adentina ye dwadifo ya ke budget na tu na ka ya nyi tumni anya dai mo ba ya mo ba ya so brache aye kasa kire mo amontem na so obi abana at the end of the day the dwadifo beka no wo betia mo so mo ntiase media pade no uko free zones a ye bio ana ebiru musu kofa no ma ba ya sambo no hanum se nina import components kakra day ewu unless say Abanu betimide. To me be a giant and also say no. Mekwa fa enfidie no. Ababa yes large scale production of part. Ewo Ghana. Na metimide afidi me so me policy. Ene network obi ankofa pa de be amfiri ba bia ama. Na se say ya o person we implement policy no. Yen production houses e wo kruma no. Omutimi meet target no. Na e was a year gadifo ye kofa bi e de betai aban na chi no. Port issues. When see port issues no. And however, but Omam Yenya in TSA. Omo person near Sinkunya. No near Trasina and near ma at the end of the day. And Omo so bum, no more than 2 years. Now, and near my 4 Ghana. Emma Ghana Nibia Hoton. Omo Bayo. I don't need a check coin say. I buy any of the Sinkunya Tentem so. Now, to me, I'm a Ghana for 1 ton. San year pill. Trinity. So, now no be a chairman. Trinity, Okoya, the Zabawani. Then you are Bam, Yan Wabba. Abino, so you're ready for the hour. Abino. You're ready for your doors. Say public sector, say private sector. So, your prayers are follow in private sector. Over public sector, any civil servant. Buy for one. Yeah, private sector no. And the phone you know be would mu bi. Yeah, dosu sida buy. You know, so we are dia etia egedifo. Here see e betu akonya so a. Entepano me two of them me two. Me na na two. Egedifo ama for ma dwuma two. Kega obi abetu because of the other yamen. E kasa nkofo we nyina. Nana membre mu kakra na yemfa wonsi me last question ni ko animu no mo fa adwen bi se mo ne aban betena asese bia neoma yentumi yekrafi amononi no aye betumi aye bi wo ha no ye behwe na yetumi aye bi wo ha no mu sei mini amedase de yesre yewura jomahama aban we ni se omana so enafom ye wadefo yeah, Mureya or Timo company. And you are free your acquisition. And I'm in a class and the brand time Ato was a question. Ghana for Sikani made a mouth. Why you be a mom? What in your company to say? Me are Reshamu, some say Cocodomo, my Ghana for your Bininia Mokra, because he brand time and that who know. So bet me I have Fesicano. So what do you mean, Jessica? No tour. Over there, you could go 40 seconds. No, and not a more ever chroma. I'm an in ye. It was it. Media, as well, me kind. What there, there was a margin, and I'm a son of Pay, Media, Muganjams, and Anapu, for some copper bitra. What do you want to say? You want the flow of Chroma? I will move it to me again. And you know, I was up by no one simple. I saw one. What I say? It is here. Not one more experience. They have to bring it to bear. No more fancy stuff, great. And I see you bet you are Gura Musayedo. Yo. And you bet you are Gura Musayedo. And Nippon Baku, more vision, or more dream, Papa. So, Anna, you do my seeker, and so one was in it. Sir, this is what we are expecting from you people. But you know, see, I say about Daniel, my idea. Medima no bury him. Yanya, ma enye, na ye get before so no, the Ebecano or Muntie. In as much as I say, Yaja to Muso my budget, the better we are blow, man. Or more consort, or Musho, Mochi. So my year, I know ya Ekano, and no other Sabe Joe almost so. Now, Sabe, Yakikaya Jay, any yes, you need beer at the Achrom. Tisadia, yeah, I buy back on. Chapa Pepe, if you know, above for Jay can send me. ɔsɛ trade ɔyɔnko ahwe aseɛ ansa na wasere eti ndc foɔ montra baabi a mo yɔnko hwe aseɛ no ansa na mo asere ma mo nsiri sesi ɛ ma mo nunum hɔ efi sɛ ghanafoɔ nyinaa ni edi mo akyi na deɛ mo bɛyɛ no ɛna ma mo nyɛ te sɛ deɛ mo de patapaa nso bɛhunahuna obi a wɔ ghana ha yɛmpere efi sɛ aban no ɛyɛ ndc no wohwɛ wɔn track record a nkurɔfoɔ atɛ wɔn din na wɔn hwɛ wɔn din wɔn nya ade papa ɛwɔ kurom a na wɔn nya ahunahuna wɔn hunahuna journalist bi a wɔn hunahuna obi a na ghana fɔm fa yɛ adwen yɛfɔ mu ɔman no.
Yo Nana Poku yɛda ase yɛde wo bɛsi aha no mu sɛ Nana Poku na mote ne nka no ɔyɛ general secretary ɛde ma traders advocacy Ghana ɔno na yɛte ne nka no your first guest ababe do yɛn nsɛm wɔ ha no mu sɛ yɛfrɛ no ɛyɛ Peter Mensah Peter, good morning. Na de de ne bae
maba me na maba
ben mu ntia de say program no so amo ya ma mo times and ten so mo mantem
wala nyo the most important thing say we will show no so intino ya hwefo anopa ye nchia na ye na nyame asese ye nyina ye ti ase na abam papa aba ukukuruma baby a obi ase abam papa aba nti eno no na ya de a Ghanafoɔ ni agye nti no mamenchia wonim so wafidi kasi mahafofo mo hwepa okɔbono ne ahafo tama when it come to Adom TV #1 station nti no mamenchia ahafofo nyina na nyankasa me boss Alhaji Collins Dauda ahafo yem president no kantinka bosheba menchia no anopay ene Ghana fo nyina nti yaba yebeye adwuma no
utie former finance minister
yeah sure
or raise issues be with mo figures are mo be present here and mo projections are mo here or raise issues be say or share figures na mo de to dwa no and reflect the real situation on the ground and in one massage figures no
wala nyo the first time in our political history I already budgeter usebo abakrum me following under the Fourth Republic following government presenting budget there are presenting budget no who say omanfo no e bosi e wokrum and it's a 2025 budget ya Dr. Ato Forson a presenter here. You see, new hope and that's all for Abamo Manfo. Business force and you need Jeff for. Nana Poku, when you don't know, now me catch us or ya catch us a metiano. On your Martin, tag for the minimum sign, a get the full energy at channel. Because and yes, or more how you na ya sovo. But a step at a time, and a montu a dikaino. A buying a to the amomono. A moment ya gideon and that's so say. A transo and yamabe salmon. Finance minister and make his statement be a Ghana for budget ya be presenting. The person monty as say we are in a deep mess. The state of the economy no is in tatters. Until we need to put out mechanisms ye be free some mess anymore. Now ye free mess anymore, then we scale off no obia why then atono. And in Rachina mo sister station, Mr. Mekase, se car ekoto amenemua. Na ye na yet car ni na se hu sam car na eto amenemua. The engine na was ye yen say yam one yenyi car ni free amenemu mesi kwantene so. Ye fra mram si kwantene so a obi a benya ba bia de atena ka na esi amram a ye nya nyi ye ne ye nko se me pese metra ha ana mesa metra ha ana pese metra ha mom ye nyina ye nsom ne enyi ka ne nsi kwantene so ye nya si kwantene so a obi a benya ba bia atena eno na finance minister che Ghana for say MPP aban ya ye wura bawumi ane akufo adoda no no wo mo de ekosa amana donkodonko into the state of the economy no awiraho ebon enyefe etan
but obi so bet me bisa say mama brem kakra obi so bet me bisa say said they will describe the economy am betu
yeah
mobile mo be ma 10% salary increase me boa public sector workers na dia nwanwa kra kakra so ebinum so ebisa ne say assembly members mo allocate
correct
100 million Ghana cedis if the economy said the more can say economy no enye you are seeking to raise revenue say
fantastic
o de be implement your policies enti nka sanyoma we no say ehun say mo yes sanyoma we
well anyo me that say that is why we need to applaud this government. That is why we need to hail President Mahama Abayi. Say irrespective of sa mess na ye woman, because of the strategies or the work permanent now, there is a way out to cushion ourselves one after the other. All she said one after the other. Mama kasam chiro. You see, so short picture now, are very bad. And na me chiro no. Cocoa board and kwa de 32 billion Ghana cedis. Cocoa board and kwa 32 billion Ghana cedis. Energy sector ECG in kwa ka about 60 billion Ghana cedis. A contractor say did you mo kane other arrears no so kokeka boma about 67 billion Ghana cedis. Die ye nwanwan ne say enkofo wa mu nya sika pa. He got money. Say omane public debt akwa do 767 billion a just what bobesia bebiri sika no de ye entina finance minister say o ma Ghana for no picture no entin hihye ye na ye di gu akwa mu na Ghana for ate ase yie baabi a ye wo baabi a ye kɔ baabi a ye beduro ya ma Ghana for anhu de ye ba beto a ne ye nhyehyɛ na wɔ ne nte ase enu ntina na wɔ se me Ghana for who the true state of the economy said the MPP for attract ne mama fa however yes atia emu ye kyenya bebuo nyina enu ntina Ghana for de omo gidie ma President John Dramani Mahama wɔyɛ bɔhyɛba wɔne Ghana for ebonto an wɔbonto ka kyerɛ Ghana for sɛ nhyehyɛ ye na me ba bɛyɛ ebi ene sɛ assemblyman for ye adwuma pa wala noi me say assemblyman for ni bi no omotumi ya assembly adwuma sa mo nkasa personal adwuma omotumi because assembly ekwa ne office akwa na adwuma kakra ne afra no honorable ya pipe na say honorable ya ha say portal bia ba ha honorable enti assemblyman for ni de bia wo mo nam sa na president mama share wo mo bose adwuma mo ye de mo man no aye mama ketua bia no me se moto abama me a metua moka se de be at least money beko assembly no ho adwuma no maye na omanfo no anya hotoso president mama say yom sa chia na emom ma me pone kakra na me fa ma assembly mefo strategic leadership o se da bi ewom se heden achia anso wo mu a ye ne se nurses training allowance teacher training allowance ye betwam wo no president mama se da bi teacher fo no training for no nurses for training for no ade a omonege ho ehyehyɛ ye wo hodada menye dan mentwam MPP for your campaign the tia yen and ye betwam and ye be sei and ade ne nyina hodo adansam and MPP for ani awu wala nwan MPP for mani awu e dey no just so omu hu di omu kan e ti finance minister ansam na wo keka ne nyina na e popo gblibli because okohwe budget no sa nurses training allowance, teacher training allowance, or more campaign tiano, President Mama si utiamo. It was on way. Your argument has 4 flats, Papa has a mock. Former finance minister, no. His argument has fallen flat. When you assembly aka, so President Mama, yes, she say we. Now I feel what for every sector. Now every sector no or sort you be a kakra. Because he put out the proper strategic revenue measures. And you were pointing out some. Before so who started show no, you were pointing out some of the tax revenue mechanisms. President Mahama went through the finest finance minister, Dr. Ato Forson. Yedi begua koma yebeja sika edi achechere omai no. Menua, yan tax system no. Ye streamline and ye meya ibenya revenue. Ibenya sika. Most of our problem has got to do with mismanagement of the revenue that we get. President Kufuor abai e de to akese be gu Ghana for too.
One of the problems are now one of the pointers are some tax experts. Raise about the 2025 budget and they say government abai no on twintwen so kakra. Money
taxes no sia. Fantastic.
Ebi so say money not too fast so capital market and so ko borrow. But utie former finance minister. Or chese mo pese mo ko raise some bonds.
Let me tell you something. From finance minister today, Dr. Ato Forson, put strategic measures. President Mama and Ghana for social contract 120 days promise. Samo to abamamia. Sa levy we mentias ye. Ghana for ho chirwone. O kre na wunya biana. O sani mboma kre na ba omiate. O sani we akoma we kre na ba omiate. Oh na wo fejasa. Clearly. President Mama say clearly ye twam. Na wo sani kakra ma abere wo fie no wate. What in dem ohun say wo sani 100 Ghana ma wa abere wa. Pa. O sani hana 200 Ghana ma wa kokra. Pa. President Mama said this is pure lazy way of extortion. This is extortion. So our system of taxing we no me ye free ho. President Mama kai we ye free ho. Amrantie yi ebo bra wo munya dwuma nye. Wo munya dwuma nye no. Beti anu omo soso bebre di kushi omo ho. Mo se chacha no omo 20. Na mo the tax 10% about the omo so. Unim se President Kufuor ne ba omo omo ye chacha mo campaign.
Oh, there be men kasasa.
Atie ma me chode.
There be men kasasa.
Ma acha se kire ho.
There be men kasasa.
Unim se
o de kan fufuro.
O da me kan fufuro no ata. Me be kan fufuro no ata.
O de bi twisensa. O de twisensa.
Ama me be kan fufuro no ata.
Twisama nyina.
Sa woko twa bet na wudi 200 Ghana. Ye raba omi asu twa chacha o baje 10%. Cameraman yi ko twa no onya 500 Ghana. Yes wo to bet o to chacha. And so ye raba omi na Akufo-Addo baje 10%. U producer eko twa no onya 1000 Ghana. President Akufo-Addo ne ba omi no aje 10%. At the end of the day, President Akufo-Addo ne ba omi edi sa chacha ne chen marantie no. Enti se yesenka ye kase Mrantie ni twa chacha anti no ba omia ni Akufo-Addo mo ye de wo se ma me use word no mi bisa wo
me ba o ma bisa sa
10% waje kwaku me 10% waje adwama sa 10% awo sa sika na wo se ye chacha na wo no wo ye de
ma me fantu ahwefo nim se na etiefo nim se ya invite NPP ni NDC representatives Ernest Adade ono na represent NPP up to now no nyambe du ha no mu se ti enye se bia ya invite omo ya pese to record so say ya invite omo omo time ese so omo du ha no say na ya di adwumadie no e de ehyiase up to now no MPP ni no enya embedu ye ya nto enkomo so ma me bisa wase
okay me tie
munye interested as a government say mu be create opportunities for the youth no to engage in meaningful work rather than say yababi yi 10% betting tax. I think say Munjini say you are making too much.
Well, I know.
Making too much noise about it. Say,
I love when you make this point.
No, meba. Mwaba. This betting tax issue.
Yeah.
Why not? It's like a Nwaba be in commanding him too much. You have not communicated real, tangible strategies. Me pese mete. Say a no ne go akwan mu say youth no by the first quarter, second quarter, or the third quarter of this year no number of youth I target say omo be kwa agric muni anase bia ye gi omo amomo djuma papa bia. That is my concern.
Medase. Mamencho. President Mahama na meka say a social contract. Or see a lazy man's approach to burden the already unemployed young man. Enti bringing relief nipa na onu nye djuma ye no. A ode hawa to no so no. President Mahama say mamenyi oha no first. Na fe mamempe alternative enfama. And until na President Mahama rolling out the 24-hour economy policy. Na mamen kan cho say nyame adom ba bia nne President Mahama adaroma. Ya appoint me amekoye adwuma tamashe piado no. Very soon we are starting the 24-hour economy policy there. And we are putting out our strategies, mechanisms. And she say ya de egu akwemu no. Well, I am telling you, President Mahama recently, just 2 days ago, met all CEOs of government agencies. What taxi state-owned enterprises. What taxi obia to ensure say you be living up to expectation. You working out towards achieving that 24-hour economy. So me sector Hong Kong, you restructure, you creating a about 1,000 workers in your form. Just this year for the 24-hour shift system. And if my sector alone will be creating that through the 24-hour economy policy now, Port and Harbour Authority won't win. At the end of the day, we'll be running and rotating a shift, getting to about 6,000 to 8,000 because of the 24-hour system I ever operating. Every sector, the service, no, a demand say we run 24 hours. No, President Mahama has tasked every enterprise to work at it. And this alternative and these opportunities are coming up for our young men. However, in the interim, no, don't burden the already suffering young man.
Okay.
Don't burden the already street guy.
For the festival,
Ato Forson, Honorable Minister. Borrowing right now. We are going into strategic PPP arrangement. Young unnecessary borrowing it is a former finance minister. Omo you see that approach. President Mahama and Dr. Ato Forson, our finance minister, has put out strategic measures. I'll come to the gold board measures later. Now, so that they will know the measures are enabling repeat more revenue to the country, create enabling environment for businesses to strive, create more sustainable job for the youth, and at least the cost of living, you know, quite standardized. I'm a for living standards. And former finance minister, the
MPP in second one finally wababedu. And Saturday, one bantam, and then me more time. And then buy.
Yeah, that's it. Macha Minya Peter.
Because time being in our crowd continue.
Ma congratulating on so. Na macha etiefo ni ahwefo nyina obi a wo ba bia. Mesre wo mon so say na ene enka me program ho nti na brain na a reset ne ho. Ansana call ne ba late no nti I have to put a few things in order nti e ma me late kakra mo fa nchem. Na me say me sha ase a me nua Peter me drew Hanom no say omomobosia. I heard him say not borrowing. Me say unnecessary borrowing. Unnecessary borrowing. Na borrowing no dey na necessary no dey na unnecessary. Omoba ebusumi mienu ni. Ye no domestic market mpe omo aboka over 70 billion. Omo abobosia over 70 billion. Busumi mienu. But okay, no na me can say na no na fum ye. Na in the budget no, Ato Forson can say they are opening the bond market. Nti we no ye ehun frama. No, any 70 plus no. Na afi no obewura okwakoji euro bond. Oka no budget. Ono so say obi a reckless borrowing. Busumi mienu. Se emfie nwotwe ye de bobosia Bosia na omuka say MPP for about Bosia 740 billion.
Mami hold you hanum say even the one bantem no. Ye ba aba be ko break ho. Ye ko ye komula say enkofo enye sika kakra. Enti ye komula ye ba e be ma honest be 5 to 10 minutes be. No one making an input on the budget and then we can move on to our next topic. Ye ba sisi akwa ba edeba Nnawotwe edwumadie so medin de Wolanyo Frank Unator and then me na mete edwoy mu e wo show yi so o ma me ne omo edin komo e wo ha no mu say Peter Mensah or represented the NDC and me wo Ernest Adade also represented the MPP Ernest na wano egu assembly so awo ka yan hwe na me ma at least 10 minutes na on running up man because time they make us me mamu nyina time no but as we late kakra say o ka no it would me ma about 10 minutes now
10 minutes
they fan running up near next topic no
the niama menuane kekan na me twen etiefo ne ahwefo adwene esi so say yen budget we no brofo ne de pa brofo na hom ka wo mpa nanso ukọ aduane no mu na nkasa obehu say ensam wo ena menua na aka no eka de omo ahase eburu bi pa the 740 billion na omo de aka asem campaign time nyina MPP for na aboka eno ye eka uka utwen ba ni nyina aka ho efie ngotwe plus omo de a omo burugu ho a ye nya ye betre mu owura Mahama ni $21 billion a oboka ema yen ena owura Akufo-Addo 18.6 billion no ukani nyina bomu na osisa no dollar na ebesi ho me say bosomi mienu pepepe ya tra 70 yeko nti e ka de nya ebonya mempaye say Ghana ye ya ya ma ye nyina nanso oma wom akomapa na omumfa nhwe niama biye enye saa de a ya mutu de toso mienu a okan ya na etwen ma adwen CBB so obo ba kon emse ma adwen afri so but ensem a okekan ye no mamba mbetu bebre me betu mienu pe mafri honom because me refi ba kono na me kaya me de ba betu na maka about budget na nkasa ye ka ho asem nyama bebre wo mu a ha adwen
eno ma ben sana wo
ye dikan a ma adwen me kai Ghana for nyama NDC for campaign time no so Akufo-Addo aban elephant government anameboa elephant government no ehun ka buburu wo mo buru Ghana ka na Ghana ho akire no Ghana ejija o owura Akufo-Addo elephant government na NDC for kire Ghana for a omogina so to abama wo mo no ka omoboye wo aban no any government machinery no ho no 250 billion afi nyina ma
8 years no and I said the 4 years
2024 asem na me
okay
na 250 billion ma we say last year election year enti no obia ni wo wiase ba bia say do election year dia expenditures ekosro obia wo ye bibi wo pese wo wie ni ntem wo disika kosha enti expenditure kosro the expenditure na kosro na almost say elephant expenditure na 250 billion for government machinery the wabe research na wate government machinery na so or say the ministers here 60 from 88 or the aba 60 wa close to Ministry of Information ena odi wo mu nyina abeka ho ewo presidency ho.
Do you have any evidence to that?
Who can nyina abomu a menua?
David, who can say wa close
to Ministry of Ministry of Information. Why no ofosukwaachi adwuma no. Enti say no this year no omo ni minister for kojo opon kruma adwuma na oye no omo ni bi na omo de aka ofosukwaachi eni shamima ho ewo presidency enti ya close ministry baako ya ye bibia Office of Government Machinery omo sika 290 billion papa we brofo no menino kotna billion ye de ko akwa president nkwa we nye election year we nye mbra na elephant ni year 250 die wate so na yate nipa no so no omo si omo wo nipa omo na omo ka me nka say enokre be me gina omo asem so e di akama asem so omo si nipa omo di akọ presidency ni year 35 movement presidential staffers 35 na Akufo-Addo no over 300. I am assuming without admitting say obdi omo kan ye no ye mfa ne sa nipa 300 no plus bibia e cost 250 billion. Nipa 35 any the auxiliary expenditure no eco cost 290 billion. Our appendix A, page 144 of the budget. Nenia, areho 7 year kanu. E ni pre 7 year kanu. Makacho that I said busumi mienu ya broke 72 billion. President sika oni na pam for ebedi no. De ya reset no ya tiso no. Enu nie. Nyama omu ka kire hwe me de etiefo ni ahwefo ekọ akiri kakra. Owura Rollins ebe free so. Ojayen a group of 3.4%. So a growth of 3.4% no. Owura Akufo ba ye na ye hu hwe ye petrol short adwumayefo akatua ye manso nti ye ko hipik. Ye ko kache broni koko say e ka ye de wo no ye ntumi ntua because ye sika sema to apie. Sorry. Mun fanche me. Rollins ja 3.7%. 3.7% no ye ko hipik e ko sre asana ye etumi ye hu etumi high. Owura fast forward. Owura Kufo be free so no. Oja Ghana a growth of 8.0%. Na obi ajitu wa oti ho ojitu Peter Taka. So Owura Kufo be free so no. Na Ghana ejina ne nine so from hipik. Fast forward. Owura Mahama. That is through Atam me can 8 years. Owura Mahama be free so. Na Ghana na ye growth na ye 3.4%. Lower than 3.79 di yen call hipik. E no no atu na numutuo say ya renam na ma na to dompe. Na de oka no na owo nyinaso ni nyinaso ni say he is giving us a growth lower than we went to hipik. Na ye beje ye no Owura Akufo-Addo e beje ye kakra. Na sa bria ye kan menua wi ase nyina uti say atoya nche bia ato wi ase but bra Owura Akufo eja ye 8.0 no na credit crunch na ba America na wo mo eso ya ase wo Ghana ha no na mo so akọ ahohiahia mu nti affect your economy. Otherwise we were growing at close to 10%. The credit crunch no happened in 2007 no. By 2008 na affect ye na yakofom ojayen obeji 8 ojayen 3.4. Owura Akufo-Addo beje 3.4 ne ba omia kakra Peter Mpacho wo Adaroma o hwe statistical service a wo growth na wo say 5.7%.
So what happened? And then you see
the criminally managed economy no better than the economy now or see why better or no need no na ye there we of mine bubu or mine say your mine the growth is 5.7%. Ojaye approximately a 10 billion economy. Or better more than 20 billion. Peter, mube kono na yankasa chief, the nominal terms of our real GDP no. Ojaye 311 billion. Ya mano 1.2 trillion economy. 1.2 trillion. Enti the American say the oka say ya tete na pansam no the numbers no ene ne nyadwen. Na the member kana mi refi no ma me fan shim. Oka 24-hour economy or the asempa na bo. And I'm ranting ye asempa na ba.
Are the policy in Nyana?
Wada Roma. Oh. Nanka meti hana me boy o say ye Nyamenshira NDC Nyamenshira Mahama
24-hour policy no munjin this ebe
there may be sound say uhunu wa budget afi we nkrofo we wo mo aye 419 ache o afi we o kai say omo ba no omo say 24-hour economy no ye omo flagship program Owura Akufo-Addo ba na de na ye ni flagship program enya free SHS ni very first budget or the core parliament na ni free SHS shim by within 6 months of his arrival odru obedi ade no na free SHS ashase o dia sempa na bo ye bisa finance minister o budget na wo he wo mu a o say me kwa aba one for one peso Ghana and shame then so me nua Peter omukwa omo say printing press near friends assembly press omo ye signboard na omo chiro so 24 hour na ya share 24 hours na say udu filling station na ya chiro so 24 hour be Ghana ha me ni Peter ye koshia station na ma ka chese bi na wo 24 hour ye a wo kan say Ghana ha ye dada e bia wo betrem na ya ye ni ye
enya sa na kan ye
oh me ni Peter de enya na ye nanti acho
minim na me bisa say sectors ni bi
de Peter kan say habo be shase e na me kan say de omo aka kire yen say omo ashase dada no e passport office e assembly press e na o say habo o me ho ye de Peter ho no so ye ba be shase e na me see you abo minua 24 hour no de omudi 2 year 3 mu a me nso mani age ama wo mu a mani age se Ghana ni se number 1 eye 133 nti wo ye adwuma sese ya wo ye host wa ha wo pon a Peter na e bia wa akọ Peter ho na wa akọtwa wo 2 3 4 8 hours bi na wo betumi a wa akọ ba bi akọtwa bi sese de one pound wo say ye one pound wo enti wala nyo milande wa ha Peter yi ni pedi ansa na watumi afa bi ahim na wo share budget no me ba milande wo share budget no say my finance minister say there is going to be a freeze on employment
yes me ba mami bisa wasase bi mami bisa wasase we
3 na akoye 0
2 days ago finance minister about because put to freeze unemployment. But what can say
what kind of budget no and said the no can
no he came out to actually clarify say as some more can say put to freeze in any but who can say be just finance minister maybe between my so between the NDC and the NPP mutaye me can say muta di boni bi muta di Ghana for boni bi ya to abawie walusu on the 7th of December ba be fi aban mu be person me bi say between mu sa two major political parties we eya na dem pa na ba mu adwen mu a enti a mo hwe Ghana for anim na mama appointment promotions se mo yesa ne o ma we nyina mo adwen aban foforo no ba no ho say the budget projections no ebetumi afote saade na moja ho no arade mami so asasem because who are buying the film
me
because when I say o ma ba so mo ba be create juma nanso o ma yi enkrofo bi edi ntina me bisa asasem
ntina wo kana metron ye dey kind so why for obi a why teacher ni da say Ghana ha ye posti wo wia how many months na edi and sana udin akọ payroll so bisa wo anesi for bisa wo apart from sectors
I think that the specifics were not about say around October and I say a year ago I think that the problem was with after appointment after the 7th
about try tie for better yase enti obi a ya fa no hwe enra na me hu letter baako e wa hasisi ya enra na me hu letter baako say Sam Jata George Sama odi Jata kan ni din hu nim nipa odi hu ehura no a o ye George
o any di men kasasa
o ni din no
any di
am kan say the guy name Sam George eji nipa bi edi nipa na wa yi o mo edi every NCA nipa ebi edate as far back as 2017
almost proper appointment
Ghana Water a letter ma wo nipa say even chief of staff letter no yet we read it on Metro na me ni Shamima ti Metro na I say in reverse ne brofo no mum tumi fa brofo en confuse obia why you nipa na di nipa no the chief of staff Troy and he say he is writing to them to take steps to annul simply means render it null and void.
Was the chief of staff statement maybe?
Chief of staff statement he said after 7th December. Question now because may you one after 7th December obia onidi any payroll so no. Then take steps to annul it. And I make a say obia yafa obia adwuma 6 months ago, 1 year ago, Nidi Nyanko payrolls. Mami can't show. There is another group maintenance and I saw Monsono. I'm say I think why ye. And your name, dear no. Where Uncrophobia or Honoma. Or what's na ho. Or what's na a jumanum. Yamawam contract for like 4 years. Contract, you know, by November. By August, no more interviews with Public Services Commission. So the processes of employment started a year ago. By August, so now letter.
What stops you if these people have gone through the mail? What stops you from doing the right thing? Oh. But
I just gave you
you're at fault when it comes to
you are still where you were before, but I want to move you from there to a different level. Me see a teacher for so obisi udin call mama teacher for mama nurse for it takes a number of months and sana ya mechanizing. Okay. So you can say ni din ni payroll so nti yenye wa mama nkyere etiefo mu ye say ni din ni payroll so nti yenye na dia wan nye the right thing the tosumi no one more year or what go through the employment process no omu be fam they go through the mill and sana an appointment letter and sana ya take steps na wa ba better payroll so no it takes time wala no enti no say omo say obi abema ofila say obi abema ofila say ya backdate bi now the fra obi why inti ya okay me nya ndc ni inti me nya dey
mame nyina asem we so da bi Peter ye nyina ye twa ho abasesi a ye ba ye beto aso me mama kwa ba asem o hwe yen we ye Nnawotwe adwumadie ye twa adwumadie so e wo Asempa 94.7 e wo Adom FM so your social media platforms ni nyina so o join ni ho no so obetumi dey comment any consensus bia wo bia no obetumi e dey ato ho no mo medin di Wolanyo Frank Nyonato Enra President Mahama appointed new IGP and Sembibre and ACC within the week no yet say no be you know na na by see a fake news ye and some no ye but within the week no so ye say nkrofo me no be so I take action at the Aban court so won't prevent the president from removing Dr. Kufu Dampare as the IGP. But that action is taking place in about 72 hours. You know, you appointed a new IGP. There's a lot of issues concerning the appointment of the new IGP. Ubekaya about a year ago, current IGP, you know, any one commissioner, Bisunyan Sembibre, ama omote parliamentary committee inquiry committee be to look into the issues. Sansem we nyina ekoso. Eventually, ni benya 2 reports. Minim the omo presenting President Nana Addo at the time. Benya 2 reports. Others, you know, going for the IGP. Another report going against the IGP. Ya tete in Sembibre ewo afa police for any the management team omo police headquarters honomo. Ebi mo fo set top hono omo ntawantawa bi wo omumu. But eventually, you know, I think that has been settled. Yeah, share videos be personnel of the service. Bebre ni aje. Say omeyi Dr. Dampare efi honomo. Then ana inform me all this jubilation and number. Mo share videos we yaba ye ne someone anapia ebe kasa afa sa jubilation because me who be that say they appointed a new IGP within the service the national headquarters itself, celebrations, open celebrations, and I'm a fan to record to say, my papa a retired police officer. I've never seen anything like it before. But 20 videos in here.
Yes. To make sure that as we have gotten our freedom, we open the assessment that has been locked since that party became IGP. It's so terrible. A tyrant, a vindictive leader is finally gone, and police service is forever free.
The joy is all over. The joy is everywhere. We are going to win from our heart. Oh, Ghana, the security is in our hand. And
and it's a share videos, no, and the trago says here, no, yes, police for personnel of the service. Then Akoso headquarters, Honomo, baby, and I feel say, former IGP, he did his best for the service, but he also feels that one year the style of leadership, you know, a lot of people had issues with it. In fact, young media for credo baby, now you were issues be brave because they do baby crano. Ye information. Na kwa format be one way of communication be na a hard drink kakra. You try senka you be hwese you be to me you know explanations be from the service, you know, as to what was going on. But at the time, you know, na enkoyi that side of friends and communication relationship and media no police for, particularly the communications directorate of the Ghana Police Service. Normal challenges kakra. Peter, mami, starting with you. What's your pictures and it says here? Then service for not just but even at the national headquarters. As a relief be then
I say now before say me call economy, it's important that I put just some facts right.
In 1 minute, in 1 minute.
You see, you can't a budget that has brought relief onto the people. Oh, yeah, from Bemono, na kukubo na profit da. Oh, by 32 billion debt and wabenya to. ECG go and check. And now about over 60 billion debt and mababeja to. Every sector you can a mababeja to. And to see this is a be transform here. You see, to whom much is given, much is expected. When you are 3 oil field, you free on buffers and near the mamo. Mami, with all due respect, I'm just summarizing that. I'm going to continue 1 minute. So, buffer side, sinking fund, infrastructure fund, stabilization fund, ESLA funds, and you scanning in the mamuna, more depleting in na. So what I say, and Tino, Sanya Manana, Eddie Sikaneba. It is a wood ja. Your friends has talked Wahonoma. We expected you to have left more than what you are even talking of.
Okay, but Mami Chukwu
and then lastly, on 24-hour economy. You see, in some I've received a lot of feedback. With all due respect, feedback. We are watching with people. I've received just a second, me patrol. 24-hour economy. We stated government agencies are rolling up 24-hour economy, and some private agencies are being supporting. You can say what I can say. What is a DVL? I can passport office. I can Ghana Port and Harbors authorities. What I can say? You're rolling up 24-hour economy. But why then you come and say that?
If it's not in the budget, how are you going to pay the people? May say any budget.
Well, Andre, Obian one and the chairman say you're appointing new IGP. I'm telling you. Because what follow me, I've been ardent advocate for the removal of IGP. I have followed the Ghana Police Service operation. I'm telling you, your IGP Dampare, no, a celebrity IGP. Your friend outside gentility, home cry. Oko Ghana Police Service ni moi. What who say in the history of our police under the Fourth Republic, your power IGP biama jubilation. I could say that. And as ye IGP be free or I'm a jubilation, I could say that. Go and ask yourself why people were living in bondage at the police service. Suppression, vindictiveness. Me say my follow their operation. For when I first got some intel, I decided to do personal investigation. And when you go there, that day immediately you be transferred. Me say papa net say one make it comment be a fan that day immediately you transfer people with immediate effect on best some kuku no kaka nyina no mo de ko. And so the police service personnel no were living in a state of quagmire. And the President Mahama, in his wisdom, and he has the right according to the Constitution, in consultation with Council of State, so by appointing new IGP. And then Yami Adom. Yakasame Papa. Papa, congratulations. COP Christian Tetenyono. A long-standing experience, 40 years in service. 40 good years in service. Well, me na me yakwadano. Na yeti Christian Tetenyono. Now we are talking about operations. When we are talking about operation, on one they receive presidential award, police officer, or receive presidential award as far as operations is concerned. Christian Tetenyono. And when we are talking about experts in operation, police operations, Christian Tetenyono. When we are talking about intelligence picking in police service, Christian Tetenyono.
Are you saying the former IGP lacked all those things? Because they are units.
No, let me tell you. These are the anchor of police service now. Operations and intelligence. These are the key things. In the Ghana Police Service, go and ask anybody. It is Christian Tetenyono.
It is visibility now.
Good one. Adabraka heya. So visibility, yes, CCTV cameras. $6 million Ghana cedis, a jewelry shop now you go via, no. Our mother camera total in conformance where I'm missing a water the baby. It was weak and absolute bad visibility and security intelligence work and because obia wako via there. Watching no. Now what you trying to CCTV camera say what tracing now they are to social media. Who does that? How would you get that?
Those pictures and videos in about out. Those videos came from members of the public who are different vantage points.
No, it was not police service. No.
Later, the very day I didn't see her, I was actually on duty.
Yes.
That very day. Maybe your videos.
They make different from what you're saying. The video of the incident. No. The video of the incident. Now what can
yes, later in a CCTV.
The piano moved and the police service almost CCTV camera no more to photo no more to media so they are tracing them. They will get them. And
because we are asking questions. The media was asking questions.
You only tell
the media was asking questions. We wanted updates.
No. You don't. Intelligence speaking. I am telling you. You don't do this. What you do is that you put the people's picture out there. Now they wanted that. So these are the people. You only brief the public. Say, we are tracing them.
Okay.
But the moment you capture, they are here. They are here. You are giving them what we call in intelligence. More tip off. And at the end of the day, some of these things were lacking at the police service. And in the police service, the best experience, only say you're appointed as deputy IGP.
Yeah, deputy.
I'm telling you, go and ask. Now you're white elephants deputy. Only operation be. Then you know a suppression. And you are for promotion and down pariatrans. And then I'm jubilate is no.
Okay.
It is now President Mahama general constitution, so no a pound new one. In Mani Ghana, you can't dictate for the president. Supreme Court to do what? It was needless.
Okay.
And it was really about a knee-jerk reaction from
about a year
ago.
About a year ago, me say, okay, COP George Alex Mensah.
Yeah.
Yes, on the Bugri Nabu engagement, be tapes, be out, videos, be out, and in your ma. Would you say, sir, and then Sa Namona retired COP ni take here no? Ubeka say Neno, he's been vindicated ana.
Yo, me da say. Tape yi ne tape ne mu nsem. Asa na me ba so no. Adenti na IGP no person or to aso ye IGP.
That's another point.
Ora
Dampare.
Yeah.
Why? Because ye nyina ye nim say Ghana ha no ho bibinti na ye to abawia certain heads of institutions any military head many amayatas. Ghana was history. We had a history of coups. Say omampeni no na yemfa say mampeni foforo na pawo na foforo ba ne gidie wo mu no ebe wo so kakra enti ebe ma na suro mpo say chief of defence staff any need dom no omo ebetumi aba say obi na adwumboni ba ne team obetumi aye cool no obeja awatena ho aprosifo aye cool da organa ha asojafo aye cool nti heads of certain institutions there say me paw na me free ho no mo foforo ba ebe dem pa say obeja wo ama watena ho nti appointment no ene omampani na wa appoint wo no etako say bia oba ye na ho wa enso ye ena enunti o ma watena ho kakra na odi aboaboa ne ho na odi apɛ obi a enko na de enti amebisa asem ne say adenti na imanifo nso call court so mo koye dey eno kura bafu o mampani
and that's why the release came out because they were all to come together yesterday
broso
and
IGP
the ba ho
because
of that court issue
me ntiase say omo IGP no person otena ho
but if somebody chooses as a private person to go to court, why are you blaming the IGP?
Oh, na say unim say yetimi takra no no German ye.
Oh, okay.
Enti de ema de make akosi ane say onim de oye ma owura mahama. Enti wo gidie say owura mahama betua ne ka.
By keeping him there.
Oh yeah. So onin a election no me say uta tie me a. I had a problem.
Okay.
I had a problem with the way from Asin South. Asin South, me boy.
Asin Central.
Asin North.
Asin North.
Yes.
Asin North. Asin Nameke. From Asin North, the way a police for year or muhu said your mu year niama, and I mean who said tape no more seven no correct crowd.
Oh no, but because the IGP didn't allow
the tosumi
thugs and these vigilante groups to come and then misbehave at that constituency, you raised issues with it.
And na media madwene mu ehase ye me kesere ne de tosumi no a ema me hu say oh say na nkrofo kan say on opposition for na ye adwuma sa abre no kore bi be wo baby and he say the election we call during and immediate the post election issues happen here na approach for pa gina ho na odasani police ni gina ho na okuratuo na odasani di nani sa brutable so na we catch us say we will kill you na koti gina nchen no ohwe ne ha sa niama sa de media me kotena station bi den na me bisa say na de ye keka fa owura dampare ho say obi ahye ne bobi obi ni na di nkomo bi no eye no kura na nti ansana me hu IGP bia wo kan say wonte IGP bia say ye yi na nkrofo ebo se but de nti ana gidie wo ho say obetena ase no oni mo adwuma oye onim de oye bo apita nti no wagidie no otherwise anybody will have the feeling say aban asesa ne de anonya akwala o oye obi a wa rise abeye IGP nim intelligence akura no nti na me bisa Peter aka intelligence one sem na me ka say who Peter we police
there are levels of intelligence
nti de make can say onim nyama akura no nti onim de nti o wagidie say ye de no betena ho he knows onim nti me mfa so bo bia mo no owura mahama na wedi na ade it would have been normal say you be IGP
of course
but ba say na akoya abnormal is how nti wo mo jubilate no so no media man who video no this is the first time crowd me man who video ni bi but me te say nkrofo oka look upa Yesu Kristo ba asasi so no wo mo eka Hosanna na si na abo no enti mu be ye adwuma obi a oye adwuma ba bia no mu adwuma mu ha obi pani bi wo ho no mu a ebi wo ho no mu a wo ye too stricter ebi a na enye ne bone so nanso na wanya time bebre nti ebetumi a he can as for being a leader na wanya time kura no e wo bible mu say hu ama time kura na adwuma no wanya ne yie nti wo mo ebo se no enye nwanwa
step on toes
womo a omo obi padista obi so shedan mu su tinisuo say yayi no eno to me it is normal but minua owura yohunu na waba no media I have seen his work before. He said the Nkrofo kan ho asem no. Metimi adi adanse se kakra me mate afa ne ho. Ene baby a me ma kohia na mahu na adwuma no. Me gidi se osefata. Adwuma na ye de ahye ne nsa no. Wasom ena asom edru baby a ese se ye hye na nionyam. Enti no esa nionyam hye we a abai. Ono so wonhwe na said the yebo ne predecessor no yebo no so bo ye kan nseboni fa ne ho no anka ye be kan boni a ye kan boni say wo ye papa na anya obi de na enye say wo ye boni e na obi ebo dede be me de ni nyina nka mfu ano de me de betwa to enye me nkrofo de so maka ye kofa IGP akofa IGP a na nkrofo ka say oye pro MPP NDC ye befa deputy IGP na nkrofo can say oye pro NDC. That is why we went into an election.
Were you expecting Bibao MPP for now? We expecting say IGP no then I'm more expecting from him.
IGP bia
Beba no more expecting so on your day. The people
the
people's will
can oye na juma. But ye bro nkrofo no ye te say obi aka say ana IGP aka say police for stamp your authority and ensure that womo a di nsehunu no omo agyae. What wo baby IGP dampare no ye pani so obeka ye na obi antie esan say ya ban aba power NDC for ya ban aba power na oka ye no omo antie a ye nim say wa ye na adwuma. That's his job. Ye na adwuma but otna ho Emma nkrofo ko even into look Michelle nkrofo bi na me bi say maami na mo kan say on sorry mpie na mo nto do anim no why adwuma wey 40 years 40 years oda so fro tro ba adwuma ote na konwa ti so ye dua konwa Peter office we be call horses here no swivel chair o twa ne ho 360 air condition na be chen Russia wo onu ya politician be maami na wo ko pamo onu wa ye wo den
ahwefo so embre mu kakra phone lines no and that o screens no so no ofrea na wa ma okasa aye tietia na yetumi asanfa afoforo enti we the phone lines no and that screens no so 0302211701 0302211702 0302211703 and that ho no to frea na wa ma wasem aye tietia yempese obekasa aye ye obi a
me I believe in the expertise, experience, and the competence of COP Christian Tetenyono as now our IGP. Per the investigation engagement, am I here over the time at the Ghana Police Service?
I've dealt with him personally also.
The best IGP we have gotten now. And I believe in President Mama I can't be, and I know say he's going to take it in good faith and work at it. The police welfare. You see, he can do all other things. Most importantly, in this agency, the people within the agency, they are the key stakeholders of consultation and engagement. And the obi person when information about you are, it is within any pay. And the President Muhammad Kansas and the Christian Tetenyono that I have come to know, I believe is going to give a good service to the people of the Ghana and the Ghana Police Service. And you know, Ghana for any Ghana Police Service.
Yeah, hello. Hello. Yeah, hello. Abu. Hello, Abu.
Hello.
Abu Pacho menti who TV no so why.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's saying Pacho.
Ane pe welcome today na.
Pacho me who you. Yo.
Ane pe me chia me excellence John Draman me obi. I'm throw host. Because parents no no ma na che won pa. MPP no more commercial aka for more than 90%. The MPP waka for more than 90%. Please, let's be balanced so that obi able to make an answer. Now, so they will be the way you can. Just 2 months or 2 months, 3 weeks. They are still shouting. We are begging them. What about this economy? Project in Biara or what's here? What you want yet? What you come for a count? Good 8 years. What you want to one project to watch away?
Abu Bacho Medasi. Yes, hello.
Hello, Benigasi.
What you saying?
Nyankopɔn adom yɛ tim komo
Pacho udini baby ofrefi.
Nyame ne da.
Udini baby ofrefi.
Media ni teacher constitution because free agonari amoa. Se me na me mpini ho da bo be sin cancer board. Aha.
Me ntio.
Nyankopɔn hyira no onye okase ne fa nsa bo MPP ni na beti emam. Unze MPP awa ban mu ne yɛkɔ asen of abato na jati kwesi ho no. Unze MPP ni yesu. Enso IGP yan na ne appointing no. Etiro pefe say IGP oba no ahwe MPP ahwe NDC. Edodo na akwa na ma NDC bo no. Ba would have open you read your letter release now. Last sentence no. Senkanya ipa na tamu nwa because all the release na hu hia so mo de beka ho. As if there's a mind be wa anya dwuma bia. Na for the one wa unim say omo kwa mo nko gina kwa na so bebre no mo nje sokolafia no. Eno ha omo ntina omo ebinim ani age sa no. But me de minim say papa na dwuma de obeye bi. Yankopon hira no onye okase. Ma me chia kuka.
Medasi. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Pacho udini baby ofrefi.
You play me openyin kwesi tete.
Pacho
dada o achima pega. Hello.
Hello, Pacho mientio.
Jamaica no say Ghana for yempe papa. Ghana for the beer ya kwanya basquare 1. IGP dan pari obaye obi edi no wada sese wo ye adwuma. Oye adwuma papa chese. Wo hwe police headquarters wo hwe why neat. Hwe police shop wo ko chese. Na police for no discipline abam na mom se de menu an kae no. Se de omo kwaji bribe last me chief police me chief oji bribe me report on say o aditi no jiska opi sankofo hwe no. Wo ko ekofodia kodum kwanso a meti foi omunye do no ma se cash botum obuje na ma dia ma police ni police
yo Pacho Pacho medasi baby akeka kole Pacho me fese menya me last caller na yenhwe ni efensi. Hello. 2 p.m. Hello, who ahoma no so?
Pacho 2 p.m. asomo
Pacho no last caller. O frefi
Yankopɔn onhyira pa na mamenchia NDC regional chairman na kwesi ona boki Zuba income me boss kuma se nia hwe MPP man na oto no yebesere His Excellency Goodluck Obama John Dramani Kwame Trump Mahama Pacho ba ya fe na wanya 2 months ko 3 months o ana MPP for no enye omo so na be kire enema ayenye o masa omo era papa yo ba how many months ni wanya mo 8 years die na nipa ba yeye me pa che o DCOP Kofi Boache na oni ho na ebe pa mo no ana na weni kura no ai dampare ko no aye MPP fo bi de e di ntia me 2 pm na me chum challenge o ba ina Ashanti region aye MPP fo bebrebe da o mo jubilate say ye yi dampare afri o mata new government new key new law enye MPP fo na ebe kire de enye
yeah that's it. Peter in 1 minute. In 1 minute.
You see, don't parry the wabene dear.
Okay.
You see, IGP, I walk a Christian Tetanyo. Mesre, Ghana Police Service Funina, Ghana Funina, Mommy and Tapa Panichi. You would GDA or Papan experience or one intelligence, operational experience, a Papan one or the Bebois Ama, Bebia, don't parry a drew, you know, the new face of the Ghana Police Service. I'm out for a car and who's every but Ninja answer president, I will give you in 1 minute. 21 gun salute. COP Christian IGP 1. Yeah, ciao. Baba, over here, Juma.
Yeah, where the medal and the topics me budget.
The appointment of
the IGP appointment. Budget, no dear. Mestre, Yenina year 24-hour economy.
Okay.
The ED, your best. The toss me no American for budget no when say a sika or more twitwa ahye baby no ye bedi akire na ye hu ye boy akire na ya ka akire Ghana for nanso ye nyina ye wa ha so mo ye o man ni ya e be kan obi a nti o mo nhwe o mo anamo yi
yo medase ha na edi dwumedie no ye de besi me da cameraman lighting for technical for me producers and me directors me boss AC Ohene me da mu nyina ase me dendi wolanyo Frank Nyonato ha ana de dwumedie no ebesi bye bye.